Hi guys, this is Ubuntu Sports Podcast, and this podcast is about covering three teams that are destined for greatness. One is already great, of course, but the reason I chose these three teams specifically is because of the scrutiny that these teams have faced on their way to greatness. Starting by the Springboks. They are the greatest rugby team of all time with the fact that they've won 4 World Cups. So, as much as people have so much negativity to say about the Springboks, they're the greatest that have ever done it. And I think we're going for a third World Cup, to be honest, in 2027. I can see us winning that World Cup, and I can see the Springboks literally um, uh, being the greatest team ever, and this specific team ever to play rugby. Um, and I'm so excited because I know that they are definitely going to do it. My next team is Arsenal, which is what this podcast is going to be about. We're going to discuss Arsenal and the greatness Arsenal is going to have to reach the heights and the glory that they need to do as well. Arsenal has been criticized by many people all around the world um, because they're calling us chokers, calling us bottlers, calling us everything you can think of, right? Um, but Arsenal's on its way to glory. I think that Arsenal, just like how we've had the team in the Invincibles, are going to be the first team to actually reach, to win all competitions that they're in. So that's Carabao Cup, that's FA Cup, that's Premier League, and that's Champions League. Please just watch the space, guys. Watch the space. Arsenal are going for glory. Just like the Invincibles were the first team to go a whole season unbeaten. That's what Arsenal are going to do. They're going to be the first team to go all 4 competitions, win all 4 competitions. And I truly believe that. And hey, guys, I mean, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. That's fine. But that's how much passion and love and belief I have behind Arsenal. I definitely think they're taking all 4 competitions this season. And then the third team, which I'm not going to cover in this podcast as well, is Bafana Bafana. I've covered Bafana Bafana in another podcast just now. And I feel that Bafana Bafana are going for glory again. We're going for AFCON, and next year we're going for the World Cup. Look, the World Cup is a big ask because no African team has ever won the World Cup before. But there's just a magic behind this current Bafana Bafana team, and I think they're going to do extremely well. So just watch the space, and yeah. So like I said, we're going to be discussing Arsenal in this podcast. Wow, guys, Arsenal is, man. We're not playing the prettiest of football at the moment. We just beat Brighton 2-0. 2-1. Excuse me. And I think it was a very decent game. For the first 60 minutes, we showed that we were the better team. And then, of course, when we allowed the goal against us, it always basically leaves a nervous ending to the game. We started getting a bit nervous towards the end, knowing very well that all they needed is just one more goal to equalize. But I'm not worried. It's fine. What I loved about that game is that we got to see some big players come back from injuries, like Big Gabby, who's, I feel personally, should be captain of Arsenal. But he's also the biggest leader in that team for me. And I'll explain why. If you look at how our performance has dropped since Big Gabby has been injured, then you'll realize that, okay, this guy is actually a very important piece to this team. And the reason why as well is because If you guys look at how Big Gabby used to celebrate us defending crosses and us preventing goals and just defending, like he made the team really fight for clean sheets and celebrate them like their goals as well, you know. So we need that fire back into the team, and with him coming back into the team, my gosh, guys, like, you know, people, I listen to ESPN and all these podcasters, Shaka and Stevie Nicol and all of these guys on ESPN, all have something negative to say about our performance right now, and feeling that, oh no, maybe we're gonna choke again or whatever. We do know that Man City is also just 2 points behind us. They literally at our heels, so we know that they've got the experience of winning. We know that they've got the experience of just going 19 games with no losses. That's just the type of team Man City can be on that season, you know, on their best season. So I'm not worried about that. I'm not worried about Man City. I'm not worried. I know that we're playing Aston Villa next. Aston Villa also by our heels, by the way. They're only 3 points behind us, and if they beat us in this next game, then we'll literally be on equal points with them. But I'm not worried. I'm not worried. I know we've got a greater goal difference, so we'll still be number 2. But I'm not worried because I know that we are going to smash Aston Villa. I'm not worried at all about Aston Villa, guys. I think what that game is going to come down to is the two tacticians, which are the both managers. Emery does have more experience than Mikel does. He definitely has more experience. He's more decorated than Mikel as well. He's won many trophies. And Emery, in fact, is probably top 5 most decorated managers in Europe right now. So this is a man not to take lightly. This is a man who definitely knows what he's doing, right? He didn't make it at Arsenal. He didn't, and I kind of feel that we also lost patience in him very quickly. But I think we already discovered greatness in Mikel to know that we could afford to say goodbye, Emery. Let us work on our long-term manager, who we know has got the talent that we need to take us to the glory that we need as well, because he was under the school of Pep Guardiola, and clearly we had people on the inside that were letting us know that, listen, part of the reason why Pep has been also successful at Manchester City is because of Mikel Arteta, who's been there to advise him on certain games and advise him on what moves to make on certain games. So I am very confident that, and look, I won't even lie, I've been one of Mikel's biggest critics, you know, because for me, coming second 3 seasons in a row was not an easy pill to swallow. I really felt like any one of those seasons we had what it took to actually win the league as well. So I'm not too worried this season. We are leading. We're leading after Christmas, and I feel that we'll be leading going into the new year as well. So I'm not worried about that. I do feel that Villa can bring everything they want. Arsenal are a team that have shown that they can manage the big stage, guys. If you look at how we did against Real Madrid, we played well. We also played well against PSG, even though they went ahead and won the Champions League. But we had what it took takes to win the two games we played against PSG. And the reason I say that is because if you look at our missed opportunities in those games, we could have easily, if we had buried those opportunities, that game would have completely been different, or those games would have completely been different. So I'm not worried about that at all. I do feel that we've got what it takes to go all the way this season in all competitions. we're facing Chelsea in the Carabao Cup semi-final, and I think we can put Chelsea away. You know, you know, people were talking about Chelsea like a serious team earlier, telling us that when we drew against them in the Premier League, that they could actually be title contenders this season as well. How many points behind us are Chelsea now? It's fine. I'll leave that. But Chelsea are nowhere close to being on our level. They've got great talent, of course, but they don't have the chemistry that we have. They don't have the experience that we have. You've got your Reece James, who are always putting on their best games against Arsenal. You've got your Casados, who's always off trying to break legs on Arsenal's best games, against Arsenal as well. So I'm not worried about Chelsea at all in the semi-final. They can bring everything they got, but trust me, we are going to be a different animal at that time. So I am looking forward to playing Chelsea in the Carabao Cup. I am looking forward to play Aston Villa this in fact, when is it? On Tuesday. Yeah, on Tuesday, on the 30th. I'm looking forward to that because they can bring everything they got, and I think we've still got the players that can put them away. In fact, not just put them away, blow them away. So I feel that this game against Villa is actually more of a test for our manager Mikel. I think Mikel is gonna have to now prove to a lot of Arsenal fans that have been his biggest critics that he actually is the man for the job. And what better season to do it than this season, his 6th season at Arsenal, to prove that he is the man for the job. Like I said, I've been one of his biggest critics, and I wasn't quite sure if he had what it takes to take Arsenal to glory, but I won't lie, like after this the transfer window at the beginning of the season, I actually realized that, you know what, like if this manager wanted those players, we could actually pull something off here. We could actually do something quite great. And I think this actually is going to be Arsenal season. So get ready to witness glory, to witness greatness, to witness the Invincibles in all competitions. Not to say that they're Invincibles by not losing any games in those competitions, but they're Invincibles by winning all 4 competitions. So Villa, come, buddy. Come. We're ready for you. If you saw the game, the last game we played against Villa, where they beat us at Villa Park, the way our boys dropped their heads when they got that sucker punch at the end to win it, you could see there was great disappointment in the boys. But I feel that they are so hungry right now to revenge what happened in that game. So I actually feel sorry for what's going to happen to Villa this next game, because our boys are hungry, they're angry, and they are so determined to show why they are number 1 in the league right now. So I am looking forward to facing Villa on Tuesday. Bring it.